Hi, I'm the Garbage Man, and I'm here to tell you that Sneak King on Xbox 360 is actually an underrated gem. So, it's a game where you play as the Burger King guy, and you kind of like sneak around, not like in like a creepy way, but like, he's not trying to like kill you or anything. He just wants to like put his meat in your mouth. Oh, no, that's not right. That's pretty wrong. He wants to deliver his package. Oh, no, that's not good either. He wants to give you a hamburger sneakily for some reason, and that's just really the whole point of the game.
They're back! No!
Oh, that I just barged in like every other YouTube review game man.
They're back. Can't you see they're back?
What are you talking about? Who's back? We're back at Dinosaur Story. You know, that movie where John Goodman voices a T-Rex and a guy gets killed by crows. Man, I remember watching that movie when I was young. Never knew they made a game based on it. Man, I have to try this out. Oh, yeah, he's totally dead. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna go play this now, I guess. So here we are at the title screen, where we're greeted by Rex and the other guy, I think his name's Dweeb or something, with the music of which I think is a rendition of Roll Back the Rock from the parade scene from the movie. And it's even complete with nightmare laughs. So the game starts off with Captain New Eyes telling Rex that he needs to rescue the two kids because they've been kidnapped by his evil brother, Professor Screw Eyes. Wait a minute. I thought he was dead. I mean, that happens in the movie, right? I mean, I still see it every time I close my eyes, try to sleep. I get nightmares. I see them everywhere. The crows. They're everywhere. The crows. So all four of the dinosaurs get sent down to New York City. Okay, why does the pterodactyl have a parachute? I mean, she has wings. Why does she need that when she can just fly down? Oh yeah, and they also land near New York's famous edge to the black void of nothingness. I guess the flat earthers were right all along. So in the game, you play as the John Goodmanosaurus, and the objective is to make it to the end of each level. You have multiple different attacks in this game, the main one being a rock that you throw. It goes at an arc, so unless you aim it perfectly, it just flies over every enemy you throw it at. You're also able to jump on the enemies, but it's pretty ineffective since when you jump, the camera moves higher than the enemies, making it very easy to screw up and land right in front of them instead of on top of them. You can find this stuff called brain gain lying around, and taking that fills up a bar, which you can only see in the pause menu, and filling up this bar gives you two new attacks. Filling the bar halfway gives you a tail whip attack, which is pretty effective for the short enemies, and if you completely fill the bar you get a stomp move, which will kill every enemy that you can see on screen. It's weird to me that he has to eat the brain food to get these, what would be pretty simple attacks. Like, he's smart enough to throw a rock with his tiny little T-Rex hands, but he's too dumb to just fucking whack people with his tail. One thing I can say about this game is that there is actually quite a bit of enemy variety within all the levels. I mean, you can go from fighting crocodiles, spiders, cats, to ghosts, people shooting fireballs, magicians, crows, people on jackhammers, and the most feared of enemies, Fat Man with a Gun, the T-Rex's mortal enemy. You also have to watch out for the stuff called brain drain. If you touch it, it'll drain that bar that allows you to like stomp and do the tail whip, unless the bar is completely empty, in which the brain drain just hurts you. In each level, you're able to find character icons, the other dinosaur characters, lying around. If you collect them, you're able to call upon them so they can assist you. Firstly, we have Elsa the pterodactyl, who is the most useful out of them, since she carries you to a later part of the stage, thus skipping a good portion of the level. Next we have Woog the triceratops, who is able to destroy barriers blocking certain shortcuts to the level, or little areas with health and life pickup items. We also have Dweeb, who just runs in a straight line and kills any enemy he comes into contact with. And lastly we have Vorb, who's like the little alien creature thing from the movie, and calling him gives you a bunch of brain gain, which completely fills your bar up. So the game has 20 levels in total, with 15 being normal levels, and 5 of which are boss levels. So all the boss fights in the game are pretty easy, except the third one, who kept fucking draining my lives, and I had to look up a level select code just to continue on with the game. I always found the cutscenes after the boss battles pretty amusing, because he always gets away and the game's just like, oh, he escaped in the nick of time. Yeah, sure Rex, when you're standing right next to him when you could have just gone Jurassic Park on his ass. Rex almost had him that time. No, you fucking didn't. I also like how it says he thinks he sees a dinosaur in the distance. That's a little weird way to put it. Are there other dinosaurs besides your friends? Do you see this guy? So one climbing the Empire State Building and going through a spaceship designed by someone on LSD, we get to the final boss. He's one of the most pathetically easy bosses, since all you have to do is press a couple of buttons, which bring up barriers and direct the shots right back at him. You do that a couple of times, he runs off for the 5 millionth fucking time, and there you go, you get the final cutscene. In it, Captain New Eyes congratulates Rex for saving the kids, and rewards his bravery and courage with only 1 hot dog. Yeah, like that's gonna satisfy the hunger of a 2-ton creature.
Well, in conclusion, there's not much else I can say other than that this is just pretty much a mediocre platformer. I couldn't really recommend it to someone unless they're a really big fan of the movie or grew up watching it. So, yeah, you could pass up on it and you wouldn't really be missing much, so... Yeah, anyway, I'm the Garbage Man, that's all.